You know, all you've seen is footage and people talking about how crazy and scary and dangerous it is. I'm scared, yes, definitely.
I saw a couple good ones.
Yeah.
And Thursday, and then again, and again, and again.
Just stop it already.
Non-stop.
You've been out there. How long are you going to be here?
I just planned on Tuesday, but I may have to change. Try and stay for Wednesday, but yeah, I don't know.
And Garrett, you're here for Wednesday too?
Thursday morning.
Cool.
Shoot, I wasn't gonna come. Here, this is how it went down. I wasn't gonna come at all. Like, I'm like, no, I'm not going. The wind's not right. I see Ross in the water at sunset. No, it doesn't look right. And Ross is like, yeah, but Jamie's going. Jamie's getting on a plane right now. And I'm like, what? I just talked to him. He's
Driving.
He's not going anywhere. So then well, somebody just told me Jamie's getting on the plane right now. And so I run in, I called him. He's like, oh no, I'm at pipe watching it. I'm like, okay. So then Ross now is all fired up to go. So he organizes his ticket and he's going. And I didn't know, and nobody knew. And then Cassie texts my wife saying Jamie's going. And I'm like, what? Jamie's going now? So I call him. Oh yeah, I'm gonna go. Ross is going. Blah blah blah. And then I'm like, okay, guys, have fun. And I didn't care. I wasn't gonna go. And then my wife goes, you should probably go. And I went, really? And then all of a sudden she turned me on, going, and I'm going. And then she said, then after she tells me she should probably go, she already turned me on to go. And she's like, no, maybe. And then she didn't want me to go.
And then Aaron Gold was going.
Oh.
Mate, you all right?
And then this guy got me fired up to go, and then I was going because he's coming.
It's going to be pumping tomorrow, eh?
Yeah, I know.
It's going to be fine.
Aaron Go had the shocker.
Today.
He was in Newark and he couldn't get on. He was on standby. So he got all the way to Newark, and then he was on my flight, and he was like second guy for standby. And then I jumped on, and the flight was full, and he just couldn't get on. So now he was stuck in New York overnight.
He's
now
coming still, though, right?
No, the flight. He couldn't even get a flight. It was only $3,000 or something.
Oh my gosh.
So he's now he's like on his way back to like Hawaii.
To Maui.
And he didn't even he just flew.
He lives on Oahu.
He lives in Oahu, yeah. So flew to New York for nothing.
Well, you know, Nazaré's always been on my radar. You know, seeing what Garrett's done here and seeing the waves, and we've been trying to hook up a bunch of times to get here, and it just never worked out. I was speaking to Garrett this whole last 4 or 5 days. What's this swell doing? Are we going? What's happening? And but you know, at the end of the day, we jumped on a plane, and here I am.
I just wanted to come check it out and see it.
That's the
I
attitude right there.
I didn't even care if I get a wave. I just wanted to come and just see it. You know what I mean?
When I came here 2 years ago for my first time, I came during Hercules, and Stayed with
See what
Sergio for a
happened, you
month
like?
and then got to know the place and know that I wanted an apartment here and needed to be here because this place
Yeah.
is, it's like Porto,
Yeah.
Jaws, and Pipe.
Yeah.
And all these wonderful waves mixed together.
To see it, to feel it, to understand it, to get a sense of what's going on here.
As a training ground for big wave surfing, Portugal, it's quite hard to beat in Europe. There's no place I would rather be, and there's nothing else I would rather be doing in my life than big wave surfing. Like once you've rode huge waves and your adrenaline has been here, and you struggle to get your adrenaline to that point again in your life, then that's when the addiction starts and that's when you become hooked on any sport. I started surfing big waves probably when I was like 16 on this local reef at home. It breaks like once a year maybe. It's not big by the standards of waves I'm surfing now, but back then it was like 2-3 times overhead. The same year when I was 16, I went to Hawaii and surfed Sunset and got more of a taste for it. Probably like all the big wave surfers you speak to, just natural progression, you know, year after year, a little bit bigger, a little bit bigger. I'm quite honoured that I've been asked to be a part of the Red Chargers. We've all got the same goal in common, surfing the biggest waves in the world. I just love to keep surfing out here and seeing what we can all achieve as a group of people, you know? And everyone's pushing as hard as they can and trying to do it as safely as possible, and that's the platform that the Red Chargers has given us in Nazaré.
Well, the swell came from the south, southwest, west, or whatever, way down there, which means that it didn't really do the whole refract out of the canyon thing. The northwest hits the bending canyon, jumps like into the canyon out there, and then bends back around. And this just misses it completely, obviously. The west swell is so rare here that we don't really even know what it does, which is why Garrett flew all the way out here for this, just in case. Looking at a flat ocean like there's no swell at all, and there's this huge swell. It's crazy, dude. The numbers don't mean anything when it's coming from the west here, which is what we're learning the hard way right now.
It's junk. West gets blocked, but I saw the swell go past the Azores and come in here, so I was hoping it would, but it didn't.
Well, you could have told me that before I left.
I didn't even know. You didn't even tell me you were going. I didn't find out you were here until you were here.
Yeah, you're like, are you going?
And you're like, I'm here. Just landed. Now we know. It's a good learning experience. A good learning experience.
Yeah, it cost me $5,000, but that's okay.
Garrett said he doesn't really have to be here every single swell. But the love for the ocean, number one, that's what's bringing him back. And then seeing all the other guys progress up and help the younger generation to take the sport to the next level.
Wednesday, though, looks good. Maybe in tomorrow. Tomorrow turns more northwest. Maybe it'll come in.
Yeah.
Maybe it'll be 20 feet.
Wednesday looks mental, doesn't
Yeah,
it?
Wednesday looks mental right now.
And after Christmas.
Yeah.
I've never seen anything outside.
After Christmas, another one?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Big wave surfing is like trial and error. You mess up and you break things and you go to wrong spots where you should have been somewhere else, and you just eventually work it out for yourself.
That's where we've been surfing the last few days, like this bit. Oh, not the last few days, the day before yesterday. It was all rippy here and wasn't really hitting. And then them rights up there were so surfable. It's long. Dave's been getting like cruising for 10 seconds, then pulling in. Like really long rights. Wow. Ross Clark Jones turn on that.
Almost.
Yeah, he's mind surfing it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'd be keen for some waves today, for sure. Now we're
What about
here.
this afternoon? Like tides high at 10, right? It's meant to be no good at 10.
I think when it gets lower, though, it's a bit trickier to drive, I find, and it's like more outside, so...
Oh, really?
Well,
Well, you reckon it's better high?
I'm getting paid to do something I love. Yeah, does it come with consequences and hard times and bad times? Yeah, it does. You know, like there's times away from your family, there's times where you spend thousands of dollars and you go and get no waves.
The majority of the big wave surf community will drop everything in their lives to go and surf these huge swells because you have to. There's no date to this, there's no exact time, there's no country. You're on call 365 days of the year. As an example, it's about to be Christmas. Like, I'm dragging my girlfriend here. It's not the worst place to come, but I should be going at home, relaxing with my family.
But is it all worth it to catch that perfect swell and those perfect waves? Like, hell yeah, it is.
Everyone, you know, everyone's got their loved ones at home, but we're here because the ocean doesn't deliver every single day. So when the waves are on, if you're hungry for the waves and you're in good rhythm, then you've got to be here.
Surfing is not an individual sport. You know, you got to rely on other people. You know, you have partners, you have groups that you go with. But being out in the water and being in those situations it's heavy, it's gnarly, and it's dangerous, and it's scary. There are times where your friend or your best friend is going to die right in front of you. You know, but that's why, you know, we train and we're prepared and at our best for everyone to come back safe to their families.
It's not really a place for fear. If I'm in a scary position in the ocean, then there's no point in being scared because I've chose to be in that moment in the first place. I trust everyone who I'm surfing with at the different spots, and it's really important to be trying to all get out in the water and do it as a team. Get out there together, return as a pack.
I got a couple, yeah. It was fun. Yeah.
It's hard. It's just big drops, wasn't it?
Yeah. It's a challenging spot for sure. Yeah. No doubt. I'm sure it has better days.
How gnarly is it? Driving. No. I only did, this is the first time I did it this afternoon. First time, and it's small. Oh my God, it was just so much white water and shit everywhere. Yeah, you definitely need to study this place. Radical.
Actually got in a really bad spot. So I went and got Ross, put him on the sled, and then I sort of stuck in between a bunch of all the paddle guys and had the punch chute like over the top of a swell, and I was too high to like try and hang on, so I had to jump off the ski. By the time I swam, got back on the other ski, Tom Lowe was taking off on a wave, and I was just sitting on the ski, just started it, and it was just like 30, 40 foot of white water like right in front of me. So I just had to basically try and hang on to it until Tom got past me, otherwise could have killed him, you know. And then I just basically punched the ski as hard as I could into the white water and jumped off at the same time, just trying to hope that the ski went out the back. After that, I don't really know. I just know that the ski went all the way to the beach and we ripped the hood off of it, but it's okay, the ski's fine and everyone's fine, which is the biggest thing, you know. I've been driving skis a long time, done a lot, I was a lifeguard, done water safety for a lot of events, but that one split second was the worst spot I've ever been in with a ski, you know, and it was pretty scary. So I'm just glad that everyone's okay, to be honest with you. Skis can be fixed and hoods can be fixed, but you know, other things can't be. But it was fun. It was a good day. It was challenging for sure. And Wednesday's meant to be the big day. So I guess I'm just gonna try and maybe change my ticket tonight and see if I can do that, and then stay Wednesday, get back Christmas Eve. So I'll be back 8 o'clock Christmas Eve. Nevaeh, come on, it's okay. What are you trying to say to me? Are you trying to say you gotta catch better waves? Oh.
Come on, baby. This one. Is that one gonna do it?
Looks better without a little bit of light on it.
I didn't even sleep. A half hour I slept last night.
How's the point break up there?
It's crazy because it breaks in slow motion.
I'm sort of like liking the outside, like right maybe instead of this
triple up
death slab on the inside.
With more water, I think we're gonna have some good waves in the second peak in the middle, like massive waves. This one, the one that's see the right-hander that finished there. Yeah, this one. Yeah, this one.
Yeah.
This one. Like that one. Everybody's like, I want this one, no that one, no that one. This one.
You know, all you've seen is footage and people talking about how crazy and scary and dangerous it is. I'm scared, yes, definitely.
You've done your preparation. If you're real with yourself, if you want to be there 100%, you're in too deep to have fear at that moment.
You know, I think fear is a good emotion to have, as long as you don't let it get a hold of you and take you over. That's probably my greatest fear right now. Dying and leaving my partner and daughter without their father and husband, you know. You can't go past the love of big waves. You can fake it, you can try and be a big wave surfer, but at the end of the day, when you're out there in 20-foot plus surf, you know, 40, 50-foot faces, and the biggest wave of your life comes to you and, you know, and you swing and go, like that's purely because you love to do it. They don't do it for the cameras, for the money, for the fame. They do it because it's just in their blood, and you know, you can really see that come true in certain guys.
Being a Red Charger, where everyone in the Red Chargers will do anything to be in big waves. So we're all a group of individuals that will sacrifice pretty much anything, family, loved ones, you know, friends, events, what are going on in the community. But everyone's got their little thing what sparks them, you know, so. Being in big waves is when they're probably happiest in their lives. So that's what everyone is kind of like searching for, happiness.
There's no better feeling than traveling halfway around the world, you know, looking at a storm that wasn't even existing like 10 days ago and then turning up and surfing it. You know, like that's crazy when you really break that down and think about what you did to get to that point. To get here with your boards, not to be broken, to feel okay, for the swell to be right, the wind to be right, to paddle out there and catch that wave. I mean, it's a beautiful thing.